What steps could you take right now to maximize your point earning potential?
Sign up bonuses, credit cards.
Worked out that it was cheaper to buy points by buying wine than it was to buy points outright.
It's the power of points, baby. How easy is it really to earn Qantas and Velocity points? What are the best opportunities in Australia to earn them? And should you be buying them from the airlines directly? G'day, I'm Tobias, and joining me today are two of the most avid point collectors I know. It's Brandon Liu and Chris Chamberlin, both of Point Hacks. How's it going, guys?
Hey, Toby.
Pretty good. Friday. Let's talk points. This is good.
To kick things off, I want to start with a listener question that'll no doubt lead into some frequent flyer point collecting strategies. At Bree889 on Instagram asked, just started, best tips for first entering this space. What have you got?
Yeah, so I reckon it's pretty important to know what you want to achieve, right? And when you first get into the point space, are you here to save money, or hopefully, like most of us, you want to get into business class at a pretty good price. So I reckon set those goals first, and kind of know where you want to go, how many people, and then from there you can kind of work out, what sort of points program you might want to link up with.
Nice.
See, for me, I'd say just get started. Sign up to Velocity. It's free. Sign up to Qantas Frequent Flyer. Search for our article to see how to do that for free. Don't pay the $99.50 joining fee. That's the first thing to learn
Easily avoidable
as a beginner. But if you're already doing things that are earning points, if you're already flying occasionally, shopping at a supermarket, which we all do, if you buy fuel, all these sorts of things can earn frequent flyer points. And just get started. Who cares if you've got some Qantas points and some Velocity points? Longer term, you might want to consolidate or work towards a goal, but just get started. If you're already doing it, get those points in your account now.
Yeah, like earning points on everyday spend, right? That's the easiest way to get started. That actually brings us to our topic. Crazy. Let's start with the easiest stuff. The most obvious way to earn points would be through flying with a particular airline, right?
Airline, alliance, they're partners.
Yeah.
If you're flying, frequent flyer points are the name of the game, really. That's the easy route. If you're already doing that, you're probably already putting your frequent flyer number on the ticket. But I say that, and I see so many people actually who don't, even in business class. They put their boarding pass down, you happen to see it as you're walking past. It's like, dude, you could have earned 5,000-10,000 points just for this flight. If you're on a paid ticket, what are you doing? Just put the number on the ticket.
Okay, so you've put your number on your ticket. What would be your next step? Shopping with Coles and Woolies?
Shopping's always good for your day-to-day boost. So in Australia, we have Everyday Rewards, which is linked with Qantas, and Flybuys, which is linked with Velocity. So, if you're doing your shopping with those kind of big chains, you should always be swiping your card and then earning the points. And then within those loyalty programs, they often run bonuses. So it's something to keep an eye out for, especially Flybuys, for example, has that popular 10,000 point offer where you hit a weekly shopping target over 4 weeks. And if you do that, that's an easy 5,000 Velocity points in your balance.
Nice.
And I know with you, Brandon, as well, you're a bit of an expert when it comes to gift cards and
I love
points. I have to admit, I can't be bothered dealing with all of the little gift cards. I'm scared I'm going to lose them, or the company's going to go under or something. But you can buy things like, you buy Uber gift cards. And
I do. And look, this is not planted at all, but I came prepared. This is one I prepared earlier. Yeah. So this is one I got yesterday while I was in Melbourne because, I flew over, took an Uber. I was like, I don't have any Uber credit left. So I went off to Woolies. Right now they have 20 times bonus points. So I bought $200 worth of Uber gift cards, and that credited me with 2,000 Qantas points straight away. And there's another tip with Uber, actually. You can retrospectively apply the credits to some of your past purchases or your rides. So anything within the last 30 days, if you paid for with a credit card, you can add this credit and then go back and swap it. So then you get the refund on your card, and then you've, used the credit that you've just purchased.
I told you he was the expert. I'm just there. I'm like, man, I'm just paying on the credit card.
Yeah.
So with that one, definitely keep an eye on Point Hacks. We also post them on our Instagram as stories, where we've often got Brandon in there posting about which gift cards are giving you 20 times bonus offers for both Flybuys and Woolies. So definitely give us a follow over there if you're interested in earning points that way. Next, what about stores owned by Velocity and Qantas?
You're a pretty big wine connoisseur, right?
Yeah, but I always get bottled. I have too much wine in my house. This is the problem. Yeah, these days I don't really drink too much at home. I like giving wine and things as gifts, and you can earn a lot of points by buying it. So if you're into Qantas points, you need some more Qantas points, look at the Qantas wine store. You can get sometimes 10,000, 20,000 points by buying a single case of wine. And there was a point in time where I did a little bit of mathematics and I worked out that it was cheaper to buy points by buying wine than it was to buy points outright. I was a little bit short of a flight redemption. I was trying to get home from Paris one year in business class, and I needed, I think, about 20,000 points. And I looked at other routes like buying top-up points, and it was cheaper to buy wine with bonus points and then have a house full of wine on top.
The case is a bonus.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on those deals. It's like you're basically buying points with free wine.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Unless you have a drinking problem.
Yeah, well, in that
I
case,
actually don't drink anymore. This is the problem. I have
Yeah.
full of wine. I'm like, all right, there we go.
yeah, I've seen the Point Hacks office at some points.
Yeah, we have too much wine.
It's almost like a cellar, right?
For people, and we still don't drink it.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, when you're buying the wines, it's always good to stack offers where you can. So Qantas Wine, for example, sometimes has triple points offers. So instead of earning 1 point per dollar, you earn 3 points. And if you're a Qantas Premium member, then instead of 3, you get 9 points per dollar. And of course, you should pay with a points earning credit card. So every dollar counts towards your next goal.
Have you guys used the Chrome extension that allows you to buy earn Qantas or Velocity points when you're on certain stores as well?
I choose not to because I'd rather Qantas not have all of my browsing data, which is what it gets when you put that extension in. So if I'm shopping online, I go straight to the Qantas mall instead. So they are going to know what you buy in that transaction, and that's fine because you know exactly what you're doing and you're going to get points for it. But I'm in the habit of doing it if you're not a journalist and you don't want the airline knowing what you're going to write about them soon. It's fine. Just, put it in the browser and it'll pop up if you're on a website, and you're going to miss out on earning points if you haven't clicked through. So press a button, click on through, and get extra points.
Yeah. You can also earn points from other forms of travel as well, not just flying, right?
Of course, yes. So there's car hire, there's transport. So with car hire, both Qantas and Velocity have partnerships with a lot of the major brands. And even if you're a member of an international frequent flyer program, they will often have the same sort of partnerships as well. And then there's Uber and there's Didi as well.
And hotels.
Hotels, yeah.
That's the big one. You've got to stay somewhere when you're flying. And if you're going on a road trip, you can earn frequent flyer points that way as well. So you can earn points when you fill up your car. You can earn points at the hotel. With some of the programs, you choose whether you want to earn hotel points or airline points. And sometimes you can earn both at the same time. Accor is very good for that. You can link it to your Qantas account, earn Accor points and earn Qantas points. So then you can book your next flight and your next hotel from
it's a great partnership. And if you have high enough status, it also goes the other way. So if you book a hotel stay, you also get points for Qantas. So it's a really good partnership.
Yeah, that's one I make use of quite often as well. And you earn Qantas points by staying, but you can also use Accor points to transfer to Qantas as well. So you can double dip that way.
You can. I wouldn't suggest it. Accor points are really valuable to use towards hotel stays in particular. When you transfer them to Qantas, it doesn't get you anywhere near as much towards what a flight would cost if you're buying it. So.
So it's good to have up your sleeve. It's a 1-to-1 transfer rate, but if you can get those 40 euros off, is it 20 or 40?
Yeah, it's 40 euros.
Yeah, if you can
2,000 points, 40 euros, it's about 66.
If you get the 40 euros off per 2,000 points, it's a really good rate.
Yeah. So you guys mentioned Uber and Didi. Can you break down exactly how they work?
Yeah, so Didi's a partner with Velocity, so you earn a point per dollar spent on any ride in Australia. And with Uber, it's a bit different with Qantas. I think it's just airport rides, that's right. So
to or from?
To or from is fine, but your normal day-to-day rides and Uber Eats orders don't normally earn Qantas points.
And with Didi as well, it's 1 point per dollar only on like the base fare of the trip, excluding tax. So I often, if I get it home from the airport, if it's $50, $60, I earn maybe 30 something points once all the tolls, airport pickup fees and everything else come out. So it's good, but it's not 1 point per dollar to what you see on your credit card statement. But it's still a nice little top up.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Okay, so flying, shopping, all kinds of travel, hotels, Uber, Didi, everything can earn you points if you set your accounts up right. After the break, we're going to jump into some more advanced point hacking strategies.
Do you like my setup? Now, this is the part of the show where we normally do a sponsored ad, but because this episode is for beginners, I just want to help set you up for success in your point earning journey. And the best way to do that is to tell you about our free subscription.
There are two options. You can get weekly news, hacks, and deals sent straight to your inbox. So that includes those weekly gift card deals Brandon was talking about, as well as any notable bonus point offers. Or if you already have a comfortable stash of points but just can't find the flights you want, our reward seat availability and alerts will let you know when new reward flights are available. Looking for inspiration about what to spend your points on? Each week we'll send you full itineraries, all of the available dates we found, and even step-by-step instructions on how to book. Our free subscription has already helped tens of thousands of Aussies unlock better travel with the power of points. If you want to join them, there's a link in the description. All right, welcome back. We're very excited because we're about to talk about our personal favorite way to earn lots of points. You can get well over 100,000 points with a single sign up. What is it, Brandon?
Sign-up bonuses,
Yes.
credit cards, yes. So the biggest and probably the easiest way for many people to earn points is through a credit card sign-up bonus, which is as a new customer, you apply for the card, and if you're approved and you meet all the requirements, they give you, the big joining fee.
Yeah.
Sorry, the big joining bonus.
The joining fee pays for the points in people's minds sometimes.
Yeah.
It might cost a few $100s, but you get 100,000 points, which could be enough to fly business class overseas, get yourself into a flatbed. So, it's a pretty good trade-off.
Pretty good deal, yeah.
And a lot of other sort of services offer sign-up bonuses as well. So if you're looking at insurance, health insurance, to a less extent, car insurance and travel insurance, you can often get, tens of thousands of points that way just by signing up for their policies. But it's important that you always compare your policies beforehand to make sure you're getting good value for the points.
Yeah.
Even home electricity, gas,
yes.
there's a lot of companies use them as
Yeah.
incentives to get you in the door, and then maybe you keep earning points going forward, but maybe a different company offers you some points to switch your business. So they're always doing that as an incentive to try and win you as a customer. So the way to win as a customer is keep your eyes open and always consider whether the companies you're transacting with, the providers and things you're using, whether they still actually meet your needs or whether a sign-up bonus somewhere else comes at the right time.
Yeah. How do you find these sign-up bonuses, Chris?
Toby, I'm glad you asked because if you head to the Point Hacks website,
Yeah, I wasn't actually thinking that, but yes.
but seriously, on the Point Hacks website, we round up a lot of the latest credit card sign-up offers. We sometimes run exclusive offers just for our readers. So keep an eye on our website as well. Just look at the airline websites because they list their partners, and they also, the airlines want to sell more points, right? So they're going to encourage you to take up things that mean other businesses are buying those points. So Qantas has a lot of tools on its website to show what has bonus points offers at the moment, where those offers are, what companies and things you can earn from, and Velocity does the same thing. So often if it's a good enough deal, it'll be right there on the homepage sometimes in the middle, so you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Good shot.
And if you want to browse around a bit more, on Fridays we have the weekly deals roundup. So if you take a look at the end of the week, we'll publish the best deals that we found that week.
All right, let's talk about some more advanced stuff. Payment platforms. Now, this is something that you may need a business for to do, but how do these things work? Stuff like pay.com.au.
Yeah, so the premise is if you're earning points on a credit card first, is usually you earn points based on the number of dollars you spend on a credit card. Yeah. That's something most people can do as an individual, but if you own a business, that's clearly a much larger opportunity to earn a bigger pile of points. And so platforms like pay.com.au, which is a sister company of Point Hacks, allow business owners to pay things that they wouldn't normally even be able to use a credit card for. Things like supplier invoices, payroll, superannuation, things like that. You can put that through the platform. You can use a credit card to earn points on the credit card, or you can also earn pay rewards points even on bank transfers. So you can transfer money out of your bank account, pay a small fee that earns points. It gets paid to your supplier, like EFT or BPay or however they like to be paid, and you earn points in between. And those points can be transferred to, it's about 9 or 10 airlines now and several hotel programs. And it's a great way for people to be able to fly on points. And because those transaction fees are often deductible for businesses too. So there's tax deductible points that you can use to save money on business travel.
That sounds pretty good. I haven't set one up for myself, but I feel like I need to after that.
It's great for our team travel.
It really is, yeah. And, my partner and I, we run a small business. So we do also, personally use pay.com.au to put most of our expenses through and also, pay the superannuation. Just makes it a lot easier. That's streamlined.
Are there any other similar platforms that people might be able to use personally?
For personal transactions, there's probably Snip is the best option because it lets you use your existing credit card. And as long as it's a personal bill, the fees are relatively okay. But if it does become a business transaction, then the fees are a bit higher. So you might want to explore your options.
There's also the Payment Logic personal mobile app. So you can pay a lot of BPay bills. It's 1.25% for American Express, including GST. So it's the lowest transaction fee I found for Amex on one of those platforms. But yeah, it doesn't work for things like big tax payments or
Yeah.
all that sort of thing. But if you have a little, like a personal bill payment, a rates bill, water bill, stuff like that,
Yeah, like
cheap and easy way to earn points. And you earn full points, not
Yeah,
the
you do.
government rate, even if you're paying a government bill.
and that's the beauty of those third-party payment processors. But you do just earn the full uncapped rates. It doesn't count as a government spend, even if you are paying the government.
Just whatever earning rate the credit card would
Yeah.
normally have up to its
Yeah.
earning cap,
Yeah.
or if you have a card with no cap,
Then just
have fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of cards, another great way to earn Qantas or Velocity points might be through transferring through their other partners, such as Amex or Accor, as we spoke about earlier. How does that work, and what are some programs you'd recommend looking into, Brad?
Yeah, so a lot of credit card programs are what we call flexible points programs, and these are great because you earn the points in the bank's proprietary currency, and then later on you can transfer those points to an airline of your choosing. So a lot of banks have proprietary programs. So off the top of my head, there's ANZ, there's Westpac, NAB, for example, and a lot of these points can be transferred to partners such as Velocity and Asia Miles. Qantas, most credit cards with Qantas are direct earn cards, but there are a few where you can transfer Qantas points.
Yeah, it's a really rare feature because Qantas cracked down on it. I think it's around 2009. They made people opt in to automatically earn Qantas points from their credit card. So the only ones now that are manual transfer that are personal cards are those that are linked to American Express Membership Rewards Ascent Premium, which is a mouthful of words that says you need the really expensive metal card from Amex, the Platinum or the Centurion card, and that gives you the ability to manually convert points to Qantas Frequent Flyer, your personal account.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to have a Qantas branded card to earn Qantas
But
points.
if you're open to other frequent flyer programs, a flexible points card is a great tool to have, in your arsenal, especially because it gives you the flexibility to choose. So if you want to fly with a particular airline and they have better reward set availability than the other option, then you can just transfer your points to that airline if they're a partner.
So I'll let you in. You and I were just talking about this off camera, but about 10 minutes ago, I just booked a first class reward seat on Singapore Airlines that's only open to Singapore Airlines KrisFlyer members, but converting points into KrisFlyer, which get processed instantly, redeem it. I think it's about $66, and I'll be drinking many glasses of champagne on the flights.
Where are you flying?
Singapore, Hong Kong. It's a quick little, it's like a 4-hour daytime flight, but why not? I've always wanted to do Singapore first class, and if I can do it for less than the price of an economy class ticket, I mean, I will be there bright and early.
You'll drink down the taxes in your first glass of champagne.
Well, in the lounge too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
you'll
nice
have
lounge
the
there in
private
Singapore,
room.
the private room.
Yeah.
So, all made possible with points.
That's the power of points, baby. So you can actually purchase points directly from Qantas and Velocity. We did allude to that before with the comment that you made about wines, Chris. Should you buy them?
It's a bit of an edge case. I reckon if you're just short of a reward seat and you really want to book it, then that's probably an okay reason to buy points. Just make sure the price is kind of reasonable for what you are willing to pay, because it will probably cost you like a few $100s if you're just a bit short to top up. But if you have the luxury of time, then what Chris mentioned, Qantas wine, Virgin wines, they're probably a bit more of a cost-effective way to boost your points balance.
I have to admit, I have never purchased Qantas points or Velocity points directly from the programs. The rate is too high for, I think, what the value you get back from the points. If you're going to buy points, there are some overseas programs, and that becomes a very advanced frequent flyer move. I used to buy United Miles.
And I've purchased Life Miles from Avianca before, which is a South American program, but it's a bit harder.
This is down another rabbit hole entirely. So if you're a beginner, and we're just talking Qantas and Velocity, I would say don't buy them. Unless, look, the small edge case is if you're like, I don't know, a couple of thousand points short, you can book a reward flight which gets you that free ticket and avoids paying full fare. Like if it costs you buying a couple thousand points, that's fine. If you're starting at zero and you see this is what a flight costs, I'll buy the points. Make sure the price of buying
generally it won't
cheaper.
work out. Like there's a few cases where it could. Like sometimes Velocity does do like 40% off, and it can be good, but you really have to crunch the numbers to be sure.
In most cases, you're probably better off just buying some wine.
In most cases, or finding that that next big sign up bonus, especially if you've got time to hunt around.
Yeah, check out pointhacks.com for all of that.
I think .com still redirects.
So if you're starting out or just refining how you earn points, what steps could you take right now to maximize your point earning potential? How would you go from zero to starting to earn points on everything you can.
I think Chris had it right at the start, just get started. So sign up for those two main programs in Australia. And then if you're feeling keen, you can also sign up for the big international ones. So for example, Singapore Airlines KrisFlyer, Cathay Asia Miles. And anytime you're flying with them and you have opportunity to earn points with those programs, just go for it so you can start building your balance.
And I think you had a good idea too of planning where you want to fly to, because there's no point having a huge stack of Velocity points. For instance, if you mainly fly to South America where they have no partners, there's no point having a huge number of Qantas points if you're mainly trying to get business class to Europe, which is very hard to find. So I think it's important to look, where you want to fly to, which airlines can take you there potentially, and which frequent flyer programs they're partnered with. And if you're already flying, like you fly a lot for work, for instance, make sure your frequent flyer number is on the boarding pass. We mentioned this earlier, but I will say it again because a friend of mine was doing so much work travel and they were still Velocity Red, and I could not understand it because they were flying overseas in business class. I'm like, I need to look at this. You're having a laugh. You're either not traveling or you're doing something wrong. And he wasn't putting his frequent flyer number on the ticket. He thought it's got my name on the booking. Like, airline's not going to know who you are. So we sat there one afternoon putting through a bunch of retro claims, and a couple of days later he was suddenly gold because he'd done far too much travel. So put your number on the ticket.
And the same applies to hotels as well, It's very easy to leave out your hotel membership number when you're booking, or even, you might not even be a member of the chain. So just go up. All the chains are free to sign up. So you just sign up and get your membership and make sure you put it on. Because sometimes even base members get perks at hotels.
Free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, free Wi-Fi. I'm staying at the Langham at the moment, and as a base member, I get 5% off dining, which, I'll take.
Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. That's a good shout on the retroactively claiming points as well. How far back?
So it depends on each program. If you haven't been a member already, if you've only just signed up, sometimes you can claim about a month into the past.
Okay.
If you were already a member but you just weren't using the account, some airlines will let you claim 6 months. If they're really generous, maybe 12 months. But I think 6 is a very common.
Yeah, 6 is common. But sooner rather than later is always key.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that half the time I put a points claim in, it comes back rejected for some silly technical reason that was not really even a problem in the first place. But you got to put it in a second time. It's like, oh, here's my ticket number or whatever it is. You want to allow enough time for it to not work the first time and come back and submit it, because you don't want to miss out on those rewards.
Another tip is to always hold on to your boarding passes, because they often want proof that you traveled, even for, you flew and they should be able to see it. They still be like, send me a photo of your boarding pass.
No way.
And your PDF itinerary, like it's got the ticket number and sometimes like the booking class and all that sort of stuff.
So keep all those records until you've got your points credited.
And travel insurance asks for boarding passes as well. If you have to claim, they'll often ask for your boarding pass into and out of Australia. I've done that before.
And, there's a lot of mobile wallets these days, so it's a good idea to try archive or screenshot your boarding passes if you do have them digitally.
Wow. Okay. That's actually a good tip. That's not something I've thought of before. Well, thanks, guys. That was a really, really good chat about the basics of earning points. Of course, there's heaps of minutia with all this stuff. So if you want to learn a little bit about any of the topics that we covered in this chat, head to the show description where we've got links to a bunch of stuff. And you can just head to the pointhacks.com.au website as well to find basically hundreds of guides written by these two guys here about how to start earning points and then how to spend them, which is the fun stuff. Thank you. And as we say at the end of every episode,
every point counts.
Every point counts.